Welcome to Lions Live 365. I'm your host, Michael Ayers, and today we are talking about the strength of schedule. The Lions have a cakewalk. The Detroit Lions have the easiest schedule in the league, and I just wanted to talk about it because it just made a ton of sense. One of the things that I've realized while doing this, especially while looking at the analytics and things like that, is when people do these charts and graphs, a lot of times they're kind of accurate. But there are just certain things that just aren't evident. There's no way that you can calculate certain stuff. So when you look at the Detroit Lions and their schedule, there are teams that are on kind of on my list of they might pop this year. That I think, let me see, let me look at this. Let me look at this here. So these are our home games, the road games. They don't have any of the schedules, but essentially, we got New Orleans. They could be a completely different team this year. You have no clue. Tampa. Uh, I'm pretty sure the Jets, we whooping them. Tennessee might be the same, but the Giants might be a wild card. Arizona is trash. Miami is trash, but who knows about Atlanta or Carolina? Like, it's certain teams that may seem bad on the surface, but they have a lot of things that you could say, oh, that's pretty good, that's pretty awesome, and they could turn things around, or they could take that next step. And one of the things I want to say, regardless of the schedule, and it's something that people are kind of missing, it don't matter who we play outside of the division. We need to be worried about the division. Like, we only beat. I just want y'all to think about this. Hold on. Let me bring this in. We only beat Chicago last year. That's it. That is it. We only beat Chicago. We didn't we didn't win no Packers games, no Vikings games. We only beat Chicago. We cannot think that we are going to be ready for the playoffs if we can't beat playoff level teams, and we are in a division full of them. We need to be able to take the North back. Regardless of no matter how many wins we get, we still need to win this division. Let's not be on the road. Let's not have to deal with crowds screaming and the team that we're playing getting these extra boosts of momentum because they're at home. Let's get as many advantages and stack them as humanly possible. We still had to be prepared. In the NFL, the gap between a lot of these talented teams isn't that much. I would love the fact that our division has harder games, but there's no real reason to believe that even with their harder schedules that they won't win them. How many times have we been doing very well and you're sitting there thinking, yo, we got 10, 11 wins and the Vikings won't lose, or we got 8 or 9 wins and the Packers won't lose. So, like, and now the Bears are a legitimate team. So they're, regardless of whether their schedule is hard or we have the easiest schedule, we still have to keep up with this division, and we can't keep up with this division if we can't win the big division games. Last year we failed at the highest level playing division games. We can't escape those. There is no cakewalk past the division games. And on top of that, I don't want these people on Twitter feeling that confident that they're so much better than the Lions. And I gotta sit here and listen to Packers fans talk about, oh, we going to the bowl. They can't get out of the first round of the playoffs for nothing. But they just think they're just the hottest team of all time. They're the hottest first round exit ever. They just the hottest. And I know we missed the playoffs, but shoot, at least we win a playoff game here and there. I'm just saying, like, at some point we got to sit here and be like, hey, we can't fall back into this pattern where we're winning every other game. We can't fall into this pattern where we're going to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. We can't fall into this pattern in which it's just weird. Last year was very weird. We need to break all of that with the easier schedule. Hopefully we could be a little bit more cautious about people with nagging injuries. We can keep them out. Like, hey, we don't need you versus Tennessee. hey, you sit out. We gonna have you back when we play Chicago in 2 weeks or whatever. Not knowing the schedule, but I'm just saying, like when you have lesser opponents and we have nagging injuries, I need you to start sitting people. And I don't wanna rush Brian Branch back. I don't want to rush nobody in any injured situation. I want us to take our time, take full advantage of the easier schedule because it doesn't matter. It does not matter whether you have an easy schedule or a strong schedule. You're not any more prepared for these playoff games. The Patriots went out there, had one of the easiest schedules I've ever seen, went into the playoffs, won the necessary games to get all the way to the Super Bowl. It this ain't college. There's no committee at the end sitting there wondering like, well, did they have good enough No. You just win enough games to win a division, and I would love to get a higher seed. Take it full advantage. Don't take a little bit of advantage of this situation. Take full advantage of this situation. Whoop Miami, whoop Arizona. Hey, they want a good quarterback. Make sure you whoop them. Whoop them good. Leave no doubt. We have Buffalo on the schedule. I know it's not one of the easier games, but I'm tired of Josh Allen. I want to beat Josh Allen. I want to beat the Patriots. And I want to destroy the division. I want 6-0, 5-1 in the division. There's no reason why they can't produce that. The team had that good of an offseason where it's like, hey, you should be able to win the majority of your division games. And one of the things, like, hey, take advantage, experiment when you're playing some of these bad teams. Don't experiment like trick plays, but experiment defenses. Give young guys the ability to get out there. If you up 21 or 28, shoot, see what Ennis Rakestraw got. See what Keith Abney got if he's not starting. It's time for us to find a way to, instead of winning by 50, let's find a way to win by 14 on a consistent basis. Find a way to win by 17 on a consistent basis. Instead of trying to win by 40. There's just no reason to try to blow out every team. If we see a bunch of 50 balls, if we see a bunch of 50 burgers if we score 50 on Miami for absolutely no reason and somebody gets hurt, I'm going to be up here tripping the next day. Take advantage. Get the young guys out there. Let them get some reps, especially the D-line. The D-line guys, I want to see what Tyree West got. I want to see what Ahmed Hassanin got if he's active. I want to see if Mekhi Wingo deserves his job. I want to see all of that. Especially if you're up, let's do that. And that's just where I am with it. Hold on. I think I had the graph here. When you look at the graph, look at the Lions. Can't get no easier than that. Can't get no easier. But the thing is, the way our division works, I bet you the Vikings and the Packers ain't going to be losing more than 4 games this year. They going to find a way to be, one of these teams is going to be an 11, 12 win team if they quarterback survive the season. And on everything I love, I hope the Bears win 6 games. Oh, I can't wait for that fall. Oh, I can't wait. I'm telling you, when they fall, I can't wait. Because they just swear they the hottest thing that ever was. But when they fall off, it's going to be sweet. They're going to have the harder schedule. They're going to be running into real teams, and they're not going to be squeaking out these lucky wins. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait till they start losing again. And I want to dominate this division. I want to talk trash. Last year was hard for me. I can't talk trash. We, 8-9. I done spent $200-300 to see y'all go 8-9 or 9. I don't even remember the no. We went 9-8 because we decided we want to make sure that we swept the Bears. Foolishness, man. I know we ain't get no playoffs. I know that. But this schedule is not as big of an advantage as people think. I think we probably have 2 or 3 games kind of baked into the season. Like, I don't think there's a chance that we lose to Miami or we lose to the Cardinals or even the Jets. I think like there are some very real threats by some of the other teams. Like I really I'm kind of scared of the Giants a little bit. A part of the Giants is just like you kind of scared us with you 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 put up points with Jameis. Let's see what you do with an actual with your actual quarterback, and you got all these adjustments that you've added to your defense, and everything else is just the NFL. Any given Sunday, it's not like we could take any of these teams lightly. It's just I want us to take full advantage. I feel like this is one of the few breaks that we've gotten over the last 2 years, and I'm 100% okay with taking it. And whether it's game day, draft day, or any day in between, it's Lions Loud 365. Please like and subscribe. If there's any type of content, any news you want me to cover, anything like that, just leave it in the comment section. I promise I'll get to it because I'm trying to find ideas. I'm trying to find some inspiration to try to give y'all some new news. Love y'all. Peace out.